Welcome to another game in which I'm going to be playing Volibear jungle versus a Vi jungle. We have Ezreal Blitzcrank versus a Varus Nunu in bot lane. We have Kassadin mid versus a Malphite, and we have Rumble top lane versus an Elise. So let's jump in and see how this goes. Now, so this is solo queue, and I picked Volibear because currently he's strong. I wouldn't call him OP, but certainly he inspires confidence seeing him on their team. So, but anyway, we're going to go in for an invade. We see their bot lane there. One of their guys flash. We think it was Varus, and then I'm like, okay, it's not worth the risk. I'll just take my blue. It's fine. So I take my blue quickly. I get smitless, which is nice. Clean up my jungle as quickly as I can, take red buff, and then I'm thinking I want to gank, so I come in for Malphite, nothing happens. I'm like, okay, fine. And then Malphite goes really hard onto my Kassadin. I'm like, no, I'm not having that, fuck that. Come here. I'm like, roar, you will die. No. And then Vi duels me, I miss my W, it hits a minion, I'm like, yo, I don't want this, and sort of back off, and I just sort of sit there, wait for some XPs, and then go return to my jungle. And then I'm thinking, right, okay, I'm still pretty beefy, I've got a good amount of health, I am going to try and gank this Elise. So I come in through the lane, because I know she won't have a ward, and I'll wait a few seconds, I just wait, patiently. And then, rawr, come out, flip, she does her silly thing, and repel, and then Vi comes in, and then we just dive off, we just kill off, we don't care. I get a double kill for the Rumble, and then I'm like, okay, I'll just go off, and I'll clean up some more of my jungle, feeling pretty strong. But then I decide actually Malphite's a perfectly open gank, so I just go kill him as well. Uses my passive, fine, I don't care. I just got a kill for myself, a kill for Kassadin, and 2 kills for Rumble. Quite happy with that. And that was about even going back. So I go back, I get my Masteries Razors to clear the jungle faster, a Ruby Crystal and boots. Then I come down to bot lane, try and gank, nothing happens because they had a ward. I ward, see Vi, stop her ganking really, and then I'm like, okay, blue's up, come on Kassadin, come take this. So I give that to him, I then clear up my jungle a bit more, go into mid lane and take the farm. Farm's nice. I see Vi is up here, so I'm like, okay, I'll come up just in case. And then, I'm not sure, they must have had a ward, so I'm like, okay, fine. I won't bother trying ganking, he's already ahead. So I just go off, I take my red buff. Kassadin kills the Malphite, I'm like, cool beans. Don't really have to do much in mid lane now. So I come back top lane. I just want to snowball the Rumble at this point because I can and I will. So I just sit here and I wait patiently. Again, raw. She repels. I just sit on top of her, and then we dive up. She dies. Another kill to Rumble, and then I'm like, let's push. There's Vi's down there. They could potentially do Dragon. So I'm like, no, we'll just take the tower. And then, sort of like an evenish trade down there. No, bad trade in the end then. And then we take the tower, and we continue to push, because we think that he might do Drake. And then I'm like, okay, maybe if I go back, I can fight for the Drake. So I get a Kindle Gem, Cloth Armor, and a No Magic Mantle. And then they didn't do Drake, so we didn't lose out really. Kassadin continues to kill people. I pink this, and then I start going for it, and then we go off and we catch out Nunu, kill him, and then catch out Malphite, kill him. I die in the end because of the crazy ass dive, and then I come back up and I've now got I buy some more wards, I buy Merc Treads, and then I come up here, try and help stop the Elise pushing this lane. So I'm like, okay, she's poking me, she hurts. So I'm just sort of staying here until Rumble gets back. And then I go on her, and then my passive kicks in, I live, and we get a kill out of it. Rumble's nicely fed at this point. 6-1-3, yeah, I'd call that fed. And then we're like, let's push down mid. We might as well take that tower. And then I'm like, let's rush this Drake quickly. Let's go. Nom, 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 smash. My Drake. And then we try some crazy stuff here. And then I'm just like, let's just back. And then Rumble dies. And then Kassadin goes, it does some ballsy stuff, escapes and baits really hard. And then Vi comes in, ults him, and then he gets out, and then we just kill Vi. Although the Blitz stole the kill off me, I was quite sad about that, because I actually wanted that kill quite badly. But either way, feeling quite strong at this point, and all the lanes doing well, really. Bot lane's the only one not really fed. And Kassadin's making some ridiculous plays at this point. So I then decide, let's just push down bottom, we might as well. So we take this tower, we continue to push up a bit, find Vi's over here. I'm like, nah, there's no point chasing her, she's just going to get away anyway. So Kassadin then catches out Nunu here, and then I'm like, kill him, and then we back off from Elise, because we know that Elise is kind of painful and they're even behind, probably potentially killers. And then we catch her, kill her, boom. Vi comes in, kills Kassadin, and I'm like, no, that's not happening. I'm Volibear. I don't give no titties about that. So I get a locket at this point, because it's pretty strong on junglers currently. And then I buy also a Giant's Belt, because I'm going to build up for a Warmogs, obviously. Because Warmogs is OP, and it is the League of Warmogs. Well, not as much so, but it still is, kind of. And then catch out Malphite, kill him. Malphite's just feeding us at this point, and he's not doing anything for his team. And then Rumble gets caught out, dies, and then we're like, okay, fine, so we can't do anything about us pushing, so we'll just push them. And then we try to catch out Elise. Sadly, she's Elise and she's a pain in the arse, and I'm never going to catch her. So I'm just like, fine, we'll just go for the tower then. And then I do this ridiculous dive, probably a mistake, and then we kill the frigging Malphite, but I die. Kassadin gets caught out, and then Ezreal and Blitz end up backing off, and Ezreal dies, and then, yeah, worst dive I could have done ever. And then they get Drake, so they sort of come back from that, I guess, just because I made a stupid error. And then I'm like, okay, so I'll give blue to Kassadin, and then I'm thinking, yeah, we should have just taken the tower, I shouldn't have dived. Diving was bad, and then I come around here, look for a potential, maybe catch somebody, but nah, it doesn't happen. And then ward there, see Vi, and I'm like, actually, okay, I'll come round. And then Malphite and Elise come round, seeing Rumble nearly dead. So I'm like, okay, Malphite doesn't ult Rumble flashes over, and then I'm like, fine, I'm just gonna kill you, because I can on Volibear. Come here. And then we're like, okay, and then they're chasing down Ezreal. Ezreal dodges the barrel assault, and then Blitz grabs him, and then I'm like, okay, I'll kill him then. Tasty. And then we chase down the Nunu, beat him up, kill him. And then we go, right, okay, time to take tower, and time to take an inhibitor. And then I back off, Ezreal steals red buff, I go back, and I've now got, in fact, a Randuin's, because I basically thought, you know what, I don't need Warmogs, I need a Randuin's. Randuin's is OP. And then we go for Baron here, quickly, they come in, we have a little argument, they use a lot of stuff on me, and then my team sort of cleans up, to a point, and although only Rumble survived, theoretically, it's no biggie. And then I come back up, I'm like, okay, let's ward this, get ready for another fight, and then catch their team out. I'm like, okay, no point going for Malphite, he's no threat anyway. And then I see Ezreal here having a little argument, I don't want help, and then we're like, okay, well, let's just push him for the win then. Little point is sticking around. And then we push in, take this tower, quickly. We take the other tower, and at this point, there's nothing they can do. We've already won. Overall, I feel that my early plays kind of made this game, because I got the mid and top lane really fed, and Vi wasn't doing enough in the jungle. So I felt that I made good decisions, and I played well, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And then this is probably the best moment, because Kassadin's like, okay, I'm going to do the XP key move and just dodge around and kill the Nexus. Boom. And it was GG, well played. And thoroughly enjoyed this game. Liked playing Volibear. Thank you for watching.